welcome back to Drift Virals. Today we're addressing a squeak that's been happening in the vehicle. It only happens when I'm stepping on the gas. The first thing I would do is check the belt, see if there's any cracks in the belt. And if you see any cracks or anything in the belt, well, I see the belt is the original belt from the car that came, since 2008. This is 2008, and it has 150,000 miles on it, and it looks okay. One of the first things you want to do is start testing these pulleys, see if they move. I know that this is the power steering pump pulley. It could have a little play in it, but this is pretty firm, which makes it tells you pretty tight. And this down here, right here, is the belt tensioner. So you want to go put your hand down there as best you can and hold on the belt tensioner. See if there's a shake in it. It should have a tiny play, not much. If the play is a little or no play, that's good. Now, over here, this one here is the alternator. That should have no play at all. It should be stiff. That's good. And I know you can't reach the AC compressor. And there is like another, I'm not too sure what to call that one. There's another one right here in the middle. It's pretty big. And then you have the cranking one, the pulley for the crank, which that really never goes bad. If you could reach your hands down there and just touch it and feel on it and see if it goes back and forth. No, that's okay. Everything feels okay. But now the next thing is to really start the car and look for any misalignment of the belt. So I'm gonna go start the car and then we'll go from there. As you can hear, the car started. And if you look at the belt, maybe something slight. It's supposed to have a slight, not much. You're not hearing any squeaking because as you can see the wetness here, I sprayed down there by the pulley and it continued to have the noise. But I sprayed the belt itself and the noise went away. So what I did was I just sprayed the belt. And now you're starting to hear the noise a little bit, right? But it went away. So it's not the pulley. I think it's the belt itself. Because the belt is pretty old. And I see I don't know, I can't tell unless I take the belt completely off. Little tiny ridges in it. I spray also on the tensioner. Just hitting the tensioner itself. And no noise, nothing, which is great. But I did try to let the belt dry for 30 minutes prior before I started doing this to see if the noise come back, but it didn't come back. So I think it's the belt. I don't think it's the tensioner. Sometimes, over time they misalign. The tensioner, the belt, like you said, the pulley will misalign, and then that will give you a little issue with noise. So what I'm thinking is just changing the belt, and then we go from there. I don't know if you could see to examine the belt. I'm gonna zoom in. Let me put my finger here so that it could try to, yeah, you see that? The belt looks a little, let me see if I can zoom in some more. Let me see, sometime it'll fix the picture once you put your finger something. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that on the belt. I don't know, it looks a little, I don't know, old, I'm guessing. Let me put some light there. I don't know if that's better. Oh, here we go. I'm not too sure if the belt is still good or if there's anything on the belt. Let's look at the belt from this angle. Maybe, here we go, right here. And put my finger here. And usually, I don't really see anything. I'm looking through the camera. The belt looks okay, but look at that right there. That right there will cause a squeak. See that little tear in the belt? That right there will cause a squeak. Even though it's a little bit, it will cause a squeak. See, look at that. So it's always good to examine the belt. Yeah, there's little tears on the belt. So I'm guessing it's the belt. If you follow that all the way down, all the way up and all the way down, you'll see it. It's only on that part. If you look at the other part, let me show you on this side. See, there's a little tear, like it looked like a little worn tear right there. That will cause to squeak because now the metal, a slight little metal will be exposed. So I think it's just the belt. Yeah, Michelin sells a quiet belt, and I'm gonna see if that belt would stop any of this problem. One word of advice, if you're going to remove the power steering reservoir, make sure if you start the car that this is up, because if it's tilted down to the side and air will get exposed into the system and you're going to start having power steering issues. So make sure this is up so that the power steering fluid will continue to, you know, keep the system without any air in it. Since we know that it's the Serpentine belt, you're going to need to jack up the car, take the tire off, because unless you are so skilled that you could send the Serpentine belt all around, I doubt it, because the space is not too much. So you're going to need to require this and expose that entire crank and AC compressor pulley area, and remove that splash guard shield so you can see everything. You're going to need to remove these two clips. Use a flathead, pull on it. These clips probably brittle by now, you know, like this one's a little brittle. Pull them out and then pull it out the car. Same thing with this one. Get the flathead underneath, pull it out, and then remove it. And then from there, as you can see, it exposes the pulley. Now, go on top of the car, remove this back out again, place this on the side of the stand, and then you're gonna need a 14 to get in here, and then I'm gonna use an extensioner and pull back on it. You're gonna pull back towards you, and then release take out the belt from there. All right, I put my extensioner on the 14th, a long enough 14th, and I pull towards me, and it should release the tension on the belt. And then with your other hand, you're going to take the belt off the pulleys. So right now is a good time to examine this tensioner. So if you can, put your hand inside and spin it. And if it continues to spin freely, it's good. It should be good. The pulley itself is good. It's good. Now you could spin these and see. This is okay. Yeah, that's fine also. The alternator one is fine. There's another one. Let me see. That's here. I don't know if that one spins freely, but I'm gonna spin it. I'm not 100% sure what that one is. I'm sure it's fine though. I don't know if it's supposed to spin freely or not, but it feels free. It feels pretty loose. Yes, and it's not wobbling back and forth. So now let's go down to the pulley over here. This is the one I was talking about. I'm not too sure what this one is, but it's pretty okay. This is not gonna spin itself, that's the crank. And this here, AC pulley, it spins smooth and it's fine. So I think it's just the belt. Now let's remove the belt completely from the top. Hopefully this bad boy is not caught somewhere. There we go. And now let's examine it. To me, it looks okay. It seems to be okay. It looks okay. I'm sorry, let me go this way. Ah, look at that. See those little tiny cracks in there? Just a little bit. Nothing major. But there was a part where the belt itself had a little tear on the side. I don't know if that's a tear or not. A little tiny one. It shouldn't be an issue, but it can be an issue. You see these little ridges inside? I don't know if these ridges are like markers to let you know if the belt is worn down deeply enough, but hey, yeah, look at that. There you go, right here. You see those little tiny cuts and ridges? Examining it. Let's see. Let's continue to look. I don't know. It looks okay to me, but I think it's the belt. Here's some more. I don't know if this is one, but this is the belt that actually came with the car. So, and yeah, on the outside, you see how brown it is? It's dry. It should be black or like evenly brown, but it's not. It's really like weathered. But this belt lasts a long time, boy, I tell you that right now. 150, these belts are supposed to last no more than, see this over here on the side? This, after a while, this starts to expose a little, the metal that's inside here. I don't know if you could see, but it's looked like it's been scraping the side just a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna go to the auto parts store and just go and get another one. All right, guys, so I got a new belt for my advanced auto part, CarQuest. It's supposed to be a quiet type belt. You see the part number 690K7. It's the same length as the old one, 69 inch. I compared it already. As you can see, there's a difference between the new one and the old one. Obviously, it's like weathered. I bought it at the store. Even the guy was like, damn, this thing is really weathered. But it lasts, you know. It definitely was a strong belt by Honda. So now, the first thing I would say is try to get the belt behind here, around and down. You have to squeeze it the flat way, flatten it out, but make sure that the teeth are able to fold back this way, come back under here, okay, and up. This part from here goes down and onto the belt. So first thing to do is put the belt on, try to get it back here. Okay, put it on, try to squeeze it towards sideways because that's the only way that's gonna work. Stop to do this one-handed, these jobs. Okay, you're gonna squeeze it flat this way and squeeze it through here like this. This came back out, and if I'm not successful with this next try, I gotta do this two hands. Okay, all right, I'll be back. All right, so you guys can see so far the belt goes around. It goes around the pulley, up the water pump, and then around up around the, we call that again, the alternator, and then it's gonna go up around the power steering, but just hook it on the bolt there. And then obviously this goes here, up straight behind the tensioner. It looks like this right now. You can see this is the pulley over here. The belt is slightly on there. That's the alternator. And I don't know if you can see right here, right behind there is the pulley behind the tensioner. Now we're going to move the tensioner again by pulling back towards us. and then fitting this on the power steering pump. So again, use your 14 and extender if you don't have a bar that's long enough, because it's a very tight space. Make sure it's a thin one. Pull it and then put the belt on. All right, so finally got this on. I'm not gonna lie, this took me maybe 10 minutes because you have to make sure that down here that the belt is not sitting on the lip, because there's a lip group that it sits on. Make sure that it's sitting flat on all of these. If not, and this one too, if not, you're not gonna get enough slack to pull it as you release a tensioner to get it over this this pulley here. All right, so pretty much everything looks good. I will definitely put the diagram of how the whole entire belt goes on, the direction that it goes. So yeah, so now we just need to start the car and listen to how everything is going. And also I had to take this out. And I'm gonna put this back on. This is the bracket for the reservoir. So I had to take that out to just give me more space so I could see. So I'm gonna put everything back and then start the car, and then let's listen. Let's listen. Hopefully there's no squeaks. Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds smooth. Very good. Smoother than before. All right, so guys, like, share, subscribe, good virals. All right, thank you for all your comments, for my subscribers. If you have any questions about anything, I'm here. I'll answer every question. I'll reply to any comment that you guys may have. All right, so